Okay, so today we are naming molecular compounds from their formula. We're always going to start with this. You get in the habit of it, you'll get this thing ingrained in your brain before we take the test. Okay? All right, so let's look at our very first one. If you want to, you can go ahead and write all three of these down. We're going to start with N2O5, then we'll do PCl3, and then SF6. Those will be the three we're going to do, but we'll do them one at a time. All right? And like I said, this is the last section we're going to learn, and then it's just going to be practice, practice, practice till we take a test. Remember, this test is going to be worth way more points than the last test. All right? Not that it's more important, but it's kind of more important. All right, we use this practice a lot. All right, everybody got them? Okay, so let's go back to the first question. N2O5, does it start with hydrogen? No. Next question, is the first part a positive ion? So we look, the first part is N. Is N positive? No. Now, be very careful if it starts with nitrogen. If it starts with nitrogen, and then so if it's N and then H4, like we saw yesterday, okay, and H4 is a positive polyatomic ion. It's our only positive polyatomic ion. That's the only thing. But is Rn followed by H4? No, it does not. Okay, stop, not the prayer. All right, so we're going to say no. Then it's two nonmetals have two names. We are not going to worry about the second method. That is gone. We don't do it anymore. It was something they started doing and they don't do anymore. All right. So method one is the method I like the best. All right. All we have to do is identify the prefixes to indicate the number of atoms for each element, and then write the name of each element with its prefix. We change the second one to IDE, and if there's only one of the first one, we don't put a prefix on it. So let's just focus on N2O5. What's the prefix for 2? Di. What's the prefix for 5? Penta. Very good, like pentagon. All right? So we are just going to write it as dinitrogen, right? And then with this one, since oxygen starts with a vowel, you just say pentoxide. You don't say pentaoxide. All right? So pentoxide. And they still change the ending of the second one to IDE. That's it. No math, no trickiness. It's just prefix method. Dinitrogen, pentoxide. Not too bad, right?
Is there ever math in there?
No. That's what I said. They started doing it where they had you figure out a fake charge. It wasn't really charged, and you figured out a fake charge here and wrote, like you did the ones with Roman numerals. But I haven't seen that being used in 15 years, so I don't even waste time. Yeah, I know it. It's taking up space in my brain. It doesn't need to take up space in your brain. All right? Okay. And then that is it. Now, the next here. Oh, I used to have it say go to number 2, but we're not even going to worry about that. I must have taken that out. Look how smart I am. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next one. PCl3, right? That's our next one. So does it start with hydrogen? No. Is the first part a positive ion / a metal? Well, P, yeah, you know because we've already said it, but let's find P. Look, P is right below N, so it's still a -3, so it is not positive. All right, so the answer is no. Okay, so we're going to use method 1. Identify the prefixes and write the names. Okay, so we only have one P, but it's first, so do I need to put a prefix on it? No, so I'll just write its name. What's P? Phos. And be really careful on the spelling. Phos-phor. It's just US, not OUS there. But phosphorus acid has the O because it's H3PO3. All right, so you have to be really careful. So phosphorus, and then what's the prefix for 3? Tri. trichloride. That is it.
So if there's no number on the first term, then just keep it.
Yeah, you just write the word. Yeah, that's a good question. Did everybody hear that? If there's no number here, that means there's just one, so we do not write anything there. Okay? If in fact, we may do one more just so I can show you that. All right? If there's only one of the second one, we still have to put the prefix for one on the second one, which is, what's the prefix for one? Mono. Okay. All right, let's go back to our thing. Boom. 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 All right. SF6, does it start with hydrogen? Nope. Is it a positive? Nope. If we look at sulfur, sulfur is actually in the next column over, it's -2. So no. So we go down here, we're going to use method 1. All right. We're going to identify the prefixes. What's the prefix for 1? Mono. Prefix for 6. What's the prefix for 6? Hexa. So, do we write mono on the first one? Nope. So we'll just go sulfur. Yep. And then hexafluoride. All right. Also, be very careful with fluorine. Fluorine is FLUO, not FLOU. FLOU, is flour. This is fluor. So hexa, FLUORINE. Sulfur hexafluor. Oh, sorry. What do we change the N to? I almost messed up. Sulfur hexafluoride. If we have time, I'll find you a video. You know how helium makes your voice really, really high? Sulfur hexafluoride makes your voice very, very low. But it's heavier than air, so it's more dangerous even than helium because it can get trapped in your lungs. So I don't suggest you do it, but some crazy people have, if you can get your hands on it. I don't know. I have never done it. But the guy from Mythbusters does it. That's a video I'll show you. All right. Okay, let's do one more. Shh. Let's go N2O. Shh. Oh, hold on, guys. Just a second more. We'll do one more. All right. Let's see if we can do it without our flow chart. First of all, does it start with hydrogen? No. Is the first part of metal? No. So we got to do our prefixes, right? What is the prefix for 2? Di. So we're going to go nitrogen. And then what's the prefix for 1? So it'll be monoxide. Not monoxide, just one O there. Monoxide. Is that too bad? Okay, we are going to do some practice stuff. Let me stop my video.